Please, party on, party on.
You knew the dialogue.
How could you say that you weren't smooth? Look at this! What's up, guys? We are here on Snacks and Reacts, and I am super excited to have Jaleel White with me so that we can react to some of his funniest moments on Family Matters. And of course, there's only one snack you can snack on.
This was a good choice. This is like my favorite candy.
I'm really excited. I don't think I've had nerds in a while, and I'm
this
excited.
and Gobstoppers.
Yes, Gobstoppers are the best. Nerds, guys, nerds. Why? Because Urkel's a little bit of a nerd.
I love these. Uh-oh, I just made a big
How'd you
mess.
get some?
No, it's all good. I got a little technique going.
How can I not open it?
Oh,
All right.
You're a violent opener.
You guys got to check out our Christy's Kitchen Throwback episode where we make an amazing focaccia based on one of the funniest episodes where there's a lot of...
Yeast in the bread.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. A lot of yeast in the bread. Okay, here we are. Is this the first episode we see you
This
in?
was the first episode I was ever in.
Was this like your audition scene?
Yes, this is my audition scene. Oh my gosh. Now, the girl on the right, I actually knew my entire childhood.
Really?
And she was my real life childhood crush.
Oh no.
Yeah. Our mothers were friends. That's how you hung out back then.
Right.
It was whoever your mama was friends with,
Yeah.
their kids.
Yeah.
Ebony Smith was her
Wait,
name.
can you go?
I got a little like Cashew's way of doing it, so I ain't gotta do all that licking out my hand.
I'm gonna try to do that right now. Aw, always with the flowers.
I remember the prop guy kept wetting the bottom of those flowers. Like, why? You can't even notice it now. So the flowers were actually wet because they wanted them to look like I had just really pulled them out of the ground at the cemetery.
Oh, got it. Oh, I see it. Yeah, the
right.
roots.
They had the
roots
roots
are
and
there.
everything. They kept saying, wet the flowers, wet the flowers, wet the flowers.
So funny. What was Urkel's backstory?
The backstory was simply he was a kid who lived next door to the Winslows.
No.
And Laura was having a hard time getting a date for a dance.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, she wasn't having a hard time getting a date for the dance, but so father thought. And so Carl called Mr. Urkel next door and asked if his son could take his daughter to the dance, having never met his son.
Got it.
So both boys show up at the same time, and that's this episode.
Yep.
Of course, that embarrasses Laura, and you know that's when the nice heartstrings music is played.
And then the audience always goes, oh.
Oh, yeah, exactly. See, so she's about to leave right now with the other boy that she did manage to ask her to the dance, and now she gets to be embarrassed and mortified that her dad thought that she couldn't get a date.
Did she go with you?
Oh heck no! Oh no! What? Come on! I did not get this job by getting the girl. What are you talking about?
That's also true. You're like, I didn't stay on the show.
The kid on the left, that was the job that everybody wanted because it was assumed that since Laura liked him, that he would be a recurring character.
Yep.
And then literally I went to school the very next week, and I don't think I went to school for one day before I was called back to the set.
Okay.
And they wrote me in every teaser for the rest of the year.
When you go to Hulu and you see the Family Matters logo, it is literally his face. he is the icon of Family Matters.
They did do that on Hulu though, didn't they?
They did. Even this one right here on YouTube, it says Family Matters and it's you're in the middle. It's amazing. Your physical comedy is unlike anyone I've seen,
Oh, thank you.
like ever. These nerds are pretty good.
I'm here for the nerds. Straight
You're here
up.
for the nerds?
I'm here for the nerds.
Love
My
it.
nerd eating technique is nice. Hers are all in her pants and everything in her lap.
I'm a mess. In case you didn't realize this, I'm a hot mess.
Yeah. And I'm over here just
now
got
I
my
can't
nerds
pick in there
firmly
and
gripped.
eat
You
'em.
know what I'm saying?
I couldn't believe it either. I got so excited I almost stepped on my tarantula.
Big Fix is a very that's a very meaningful episode because
Okay.
that was the first episode that I had a block comedy scene.
Oh, okay.
So a block comedy scene is pretty much, it's like the longest scene in the script. It's a script where the most action happens. And in this case, I took Laura to a restaurant and I basically leveled the French restaurant. You know, a lot of choreography. You know, this is the scene you're working up to that you're gonna get your biggest laughs from the audience probably. When they hired me to be on the show, this was the first episode where I had a storyline. So it took them about a month, 6 episodes or so of putting me in teasers. Teasers are the top of a show. It's the first scene at the top of every sitcom. So they could rewrite that and not have to change the back end story.
Okay.
And then it took them about, I'm taking out the spot.
Oh my goodness.
And all that was carefully choreographed and,
It had to be,
so
right?
nobody gets hurt. And Laura's choking and I just, took out the whole place. But this was the first episode where they were like, okay, he's getting storylines now.
This is good.
All those were frog legs. Those were frog legs.
Were they
right.
really frog legs?
They really were.
They were really frog legs, you heard it here.
They were really frog legs.
Would they taste good?
It tastes like chicken.
So what's Urkel Bot's significance?
I forgot how it even came about.
Yeah.
But bottom line is, an Urkel Bot, he made a robot of himself. A very famous breakdancer named Turbo from the breaking movies was actually inside the suit. So he was just breakdancing the entire time.
Is this the craziest invention that Urkel ever created?
Oh no, come on. Being able to teleport an entire black family to Paris is
that's
probably
right.
the ludicrous of my inventions.
That's crazy. Urkel was smart and he loved science. And I don't know about you, but because you played him for keeps, he probably was inspirational to a lot of nerdy, like, kids out there.
Nah, he really was. But having done a lot of the Comic-Cons, I get a lot of fans that come up to me, and you know, unbeknownst to me growing up, they were like, you know, you really inspired me to go to school and be myself, and I was good in math, and I didn't have to be ashamed of that, and I love science. And I strangely grew up unaware how much people were identifying with their struggles with bullying and being awkward with this character.
Look it. Please, party on, party on.
You knew the dialogue.
I remember this scene. I remember TJF. I was probably screaming in my parents' house. I was obsessed. Oh, look at that. How could you say that you weren't smooth at the time? Because you were like saying how you were like, oh, I was lean, and like, I wasn't thinking I was super smooth. Look at this.
The one thing I'll say about myself as an actor is that I'm very committed. Once you say action to me, you're gonna get whatever character we agreed to until you say cut.
I'm sorry, were you channeling Denzel? Because you kind of looked like you were channeling.
I was channeling
Denzel.
anybody who I thought was cool,
You
period.
think Denzel?
Yeah, Denzel was hella cool. Might have been channeling parts of my father too. You know,
Dad was cool.
My dad was cool. My dad was cool.
So this is Stefan.
This is Stefan.
It's a beautiful man. It's a beautiful young man.
Howdy do, my dear.
Oh my God, polka was like your thing. You
Oh, yeah.
remember? Did you actually learn how to use an accordion?
You know, I faked it so well.
You did.
I mean, I really did. I mean, I was very comfortable with it.
And she's in love with Eddie, right?
Yeah, she's in love
God,
with Eddie.
I remember
And she
the
is
show,
from,
man.
She is from Biloxi.
All right. And she has an accent.
Yeah, she has an accent and everything.
She's like, always. Oh my goodness.
Again, crushed it that week. Very committed to the character.
Crushed it every week.
But I was starting to have some misgivings about having played the character. I thought all the guys at school were going to make fun of me for dressing as a girl.
Right.
And by the time we actually filmed the episode, I cried at the end, and I didn't come out for curtain call. And they're like, what's wrong? You know, producers came back, whatever, and it was just like, I'd been hiding it from everybody all week, that it was just like, man, everybody's gonna make fun of me for this. My dad put his foot down after that, seeing that. He nixed Myrtle.
Okay.
And so if you'll notice, there wasn't another Myrtle episode.
For a long time.
Yeah, until like season 6 or 5. I think it might have been season 6. And I just randomly walked into the writer's room one day, and I was just kind of like, I'm kind of bored, like, if you guys ever want to play Myrtle again, I'd do it. And like, they screamed, they just cheered. Like, and I didn't know if they had really felt that way about it, but
But
yeah.
they were respecting your
Yeah,
wishes.
they were respecting my dad's wishes, and it was a 4-season gap before I played Myrtle again because of that.
Wow. Thank you for telling us that.
Yeah.
I really want to thank Jaleel for all this amazing behind the scenes stuff and all of these amazing thoughts.
This was fun. Anytime you want to invite me to sit on the couch, eat some nerds, and watch a nerd, we can do this.
Well, I can tell you what, I'm a nerd and you're not a nerd, and I feel like a nerd when I hang out with you. So you guys can check out our CKT episode where we make focaccia a la Family Matters, and it was a lot of fun. But you can also find Jaleel on so many things. He's got a podcast.
Ever After.
Ever After. And where can you find the podcast?
Everywhere, on Apple, Spotify, you name it, wherever you go for your podcast.
Okay, so wherever you go for your podcast, and then we've also got Under the Influence, which is something he's doing with his daughter on his IGTV, which is super fun, super fun. Go check that out as well.
Thank you. There's the Big Show I'm in on Netflix.
Yes.
I almost feel guilty promoting myself. I'm like, if you type me in, you'll find me somewhere, and I hope you enjoy what you watch.
He just loves to work, and he's an amazing person. So just support him, because I do, and I love him.
And she makes really good focaccia bread.
I do?
Like really good focaccia.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jaleel. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification buttons, and we're out.
She rocks.
We're out.
More nerds.